Hi guys, so I just wanted to share this little video real quick to show you what your presentation will be because I did have a question from second period and then I also had someone who I know fifth period we didn't get to this, so I wanted to show you real quick on what you're supposed to do. So this is my Google slide snapshot of USpeech, and so you're going to create a Google slide, and then what will happen is on Monday you're going to share your screen and you're going to share your Google slide with us when you're presenting. You should not be talking more than maybe a minute or two. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend like I'm you right now, and I'm going to give you my presentation of what is important to me and what makes me me. So hello, my name is Mrs. Forbes, and these are my three pictures that represent me. If you click my name, you're going to see that I did the outline like I was supposed to for this assignment, and I followed Mrs. Forbes's format. There is an MLA video in the example handouts, and there is also an outline in the example handouts that I used. And so here you're going to see I have my last name and number, page number, my name, Mrs. Forbes' name, the teacher name, the class name, and all of this. So this is exactly how I filled out my outline according to Mrs. Forbes' example. You don't have to explain this. I'm just doing this real quick so you guys know what you're supposed to do. Bag of Symbols is my title. Teddy bear is my first picture, and it represents my family. Oxford Dictionary, Striving for Understanding, Learn to Love. So when I present, guys, I'm going to pause real quick. When you present, you don't have to explain your outline. You just have to click on it and let me get a glance at it, and then I'll grade it while I'm watching it real quick. And then I'll say, okay, and then you'll keep going and you'll go on to your next part. So you're going to hyperlink this. If you highlight your name, you write your name, and you press Control K, it'll bring you to a hyperlink, and you can actually paste in your outline right from the other screen. So that's just kind of a trick on how to do that. Okay, so for real, I'm going to go now. So hi, my name is Miss Forbes, and this is my Google slide. If you click on here, Miss Forbes, you'll see my outline. It's a little slow. It's always slow. So these are the things that are important to me, and I followed the MLA format. You'll see teddy bear, Oxford Dictionary, and name drawing are what I'm going to talk about today. Are you ready for me to switch, Ms. Forbes? Okay, great. Okay, so here is my slide. The first picture I'm going to talk about is this sunset. This is actually in Hawaii. It's actually a sunrise, and it represents me because I'm always trying to be a better person. Like for me, it's important for me to improve, whether that is academically, whether that is as a mother, as a wife, as a friend, as a sister, as a teacher. I am a glasses half full kind of person, so I'm always looking for the brighter in the day and trying to figure out how I can make my day's better and every other person's day better. So that's a big part of who I am. The second picture is Portuguese Malasadas. I am Portuguese Hawaiian, and this represents my family. Family is very important in the Portuguese Hawaiian culture. What we actually do is we will feed you if we care about you. So I know I make malasadas. They're a big part of our culture. They're my son's favorite dish. I make them and they're gone pretty quickly. We just went to Hawaii 2 years ago for the first time with my youngest and the second time with my oldest, but the first time he could remember. And that was one thing that we made sure we did. We went to three different restaurants and ordered Portuguese malasadas. I wanted my sons to understand the culture. And so for me, this is a representation of me. I'm always trying to take care of my family and celebrating our culture. The next is this. This is a Hawaiian parable. It's called The Story of the Starfish. And so let me tell you the story. It is one day there was this little boy who was walking along the beach, and he kept seeing all of these starfish that were on the ground. So he would pick them up and he would throw them back in the water. This old man saw him doing it, and the old man looked at him and said, "Son, why are you picking up these starfish and throwing them in the water?" And he said, "Well, you see, if I don't, then they could be hurt and they could die, and I want to help them. So I'm picking up every starfish and throwing it in the ocean so that it can be better and it can have a better day." And the old man looked at him and he said, "Well, that's silly. There are so many starfish. You can't possibly save all of them. You're wasting your time." And the little boy looked at the man and he looked back down at the starfish. He picked the starfish up and he threw it back out in the ocean and he said, "I helped that one." So for me, starfish represent my students. I love my students. They are what drives me. They are what motivate me. They are what I stay up late. Last night I was up until 12:30 in the morning, creating lessons to try to help my students, even though they're virtual, to try to help them to know I care about them, to know that they matter. And so for me, you'll see that I have three different pictures. My students make up a third of who I am. They're really important to me, and I want them to be successful. So I definitely am tough, but it's because I love my students and I want them to have better futures and better lives. So this is what represents me, my family, my students, and trying to be a better person and have a better day. And I hope you enjoyed my speech about who I am.